This is on YouTube, of course, and this was featured there on the YouTube page. You know nothing about this, and I told Dave because he works with. I said it's a racist video, and there are some third rails because I don't think that we could respond in exact kind. And let me be clear, I don't believe anything they're saying, just like I wouldn't believe these stereotypes if they were to be uttered about black people. But this is the video. We are all going to react to the video from Cut, featured on YouTube, titled, "What Are White People Superior At?"
What exactly are white people superior at?
Oh, well, according to television, everything. A white man could fly. Even a white woman, she could be 4'1". She knew karate. She could take down 15 people.
Okay, pause.
What's a fox?
Pause really quickly.
What's a fox?
Are there no black superheroes?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot.
That's what I call evidence. Check your sources. No. Wait, white people cannot fly. DC is not. It's not a bibliography. Like this is.
Well, that's what it was according to your imagination. Yeah. They can fly.
Right, according to fake.
Right.
And she has something against short white people?
According to your imagination, you can vote 9 times in Detroit.
Look,
so we all have.
I'm 5'5". I can barely get out of bed from depression.
What are white people superior at?
Man.
Are you?
Is this a white person asking this? Sounds like it.
Oh,
Someone in Brooklyn.
What are white people superior at?
I don't know what that is. Looks like she should be banging a drum in Nick Sandman's face.
Mostly about their pets.
White people love their dogs. Like, that's all you see.
What a crime.
Letting them get on your countertops while you're cooking.
That is a crime.
Yes.
I get that you love your pet, but like you need to take it everywhere, like everywhere. I guess, hey.
Just to the bathtub you electrocuted him.
Fuck, just out to the yard to shoot it for not winning the fight.
What kind of casserole? Tuna.
Yeah.
It's always tuna. What do you mean? It's always tuna.
Pause. That's Black Dane Cook humor, and that it's something that's totally unrelatable. Like, listen, everyone here knows that white people always eat fucking tuna. Ooh! They eat the tuna, they walk in, they grab the tuna, they put it in their mouth. They can't get enough tuna when they're white. I am white. I have never had a tuna casserole, ever.
Ever.
Imagine like, what are black people superior at? Nah, watermelon. First off, it's like, it's not, Dave Chappelle has, maybe black people do like certain foods, and I'm sure white people do like certain foods.
Yes, of course.
The difference is white people can be Irish, they can be Italian, right? They can be German, so they can like Wiener Schnitzel, they can like pasta, they can like potatoes and haggis if they're Scottish, I have no idea. We all have preferences, but tuna casserole is not a white thing.
No, we're not superior.
Tuna eat.
I don't know.
Tuna eat Star Kiss, bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm Asian from the waist up, and I love tuna. So
white
this
fish.
Asian mouse loves tuna.
Man, you stupid. Chicken of the sea, is that shit chicken or is it tuna?
I deep fried it. I was like, this ain't no chicken.
This ain't no chicken. Oh, tuna? Oh, that's white people food.
I ain't never gonna eat no muff. Ugh.
I'm gonna spit it out on the cat on the counter. All right.
It's in a lot of their recipes.
Making bland food.
Unseasoned chicken.
How you gonna start whole spice wars and don't even use seasoning on your food?
Okay, I mean, hold on.
Yeah, pause. Is he talking about the West Indian Trading Company?
First of all, Bob Evans has a fine flavor. I'm not buying any of this. Come on, guys.
I mean, for crying out loud, think about all like hot wings. I don't know if that's a white. That was 2 guys in Buffalo.
It's.
What are they talking about?
I'll give it to him. I would still say it's a black food.
Okay.
I mean, they've appropriated it.
I
hate that I'm even talking about it. This is the whole beauty of America is you can be black and eat pasta. You don't have to be an old-time Guinea. You can eat chicken wings and be white, or you can be black. You can eat Irish stew and be white or black. This is like you are separating all of us on things that don't even matter and aren't even true. So we're going to continue teasing you at the level at which you actually are racist, but in gentle prodding.
Smelling funky.
Santa Claus.
Smelling funky, come on.
Corn mazes.
White people are great
Cocoa butter.
at having fun. That's a function of white supremacy because they just don't have as many stresses as we do.
White people are very
Having fun is racist.
Yeah, hold on a second. We don't have pause. White people. That's a white people have fun. It's a function of white supremacy because they don't have as many stresses. Paying taxes? I mean, listen, employing people. Not saying that black people don't pay taxes, but there's a significant portion of white and black people who don't pay taxes. 47% of Americans don't pay federal income tax.
Did I see the wrong house party?
You can tell by the haircut.
Think about how racist that gentleman in the mask has to be to have accused every other person of color of being unable to or at a severe disadvantage of having fun. Right? I'm going to tell you right now, trade me spots with Kanye. Just do it. I don't care. I'll take all the shit about running late to even apply for an election. Give it to me. I will take it.
Yeah.
I will even switch and be Beyonce. That is fine. Give that to me. Like, it's obviously just dog whistles. It's just crazy.
What do you mean? And also, that's one thing I always thought. They're like, white people, oh, you're so lame and uptight, you can't dance. Like, listen, I would assume, black people do have more fun. I go to a black nightclub and it's bouncing. You go to a white club, they're line dancing. Everyone looks miserable. They're just like, kill me! Please! I can't deviate from this awful preset of moves that nobody enjoys.
You go to a gay nightclub, there's a white shooter having no fun at all.
God,
too far?
To be fair, no one else was enjoying themselves.
Yeah. We do not have the privilege to do whatever and however we want to.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Not getting arrested.
You know, I was driving down the street down the highway with a friend of mine who was white, and he's like, I just want to pull over and pee. And I'm in the passenger seat. And I was like, please don't. Because a black man thinks differently. If I pull over to the side of the road and pee, a cop is going to be right behind me to punish me.
What exactly are white people
Okay, pause.
Insecure.
That may or may not be true. But first off, anyone can be punished for peeing on the side of the road.
Yeah, right.
I know someone who had to become a registered sex offender for peeing in a park at night when he thought no one was there. And that's why you can look through the archives. I think if you just type in, if YouTube searches are working right now, which probably not after this video, if you type in Steven Crowder pee instructions, I taught people how to pee while driving on a long road trip. The key is you have to be all the way over in the white lane and a wide mouth Gatorade bottle. In other words, it's not lost on me that the fuzz could take me down for public urination. So you're just out of touch. It's not my first rodeo.
Fear, being fearful of nothing, being ignorant,
Letting their egos control their every move.
privilege.
Feeling victimized.
Playing the victim.
Congratulating themselves over shit that they're incompetent at or that should have already been done.
They're superior at being dicks.
What exactly are white people?
All right. What if I just said this? Okay, look. Let's take this. Hey, YouTube, take this out of context. Black people are only superior at being dicks. Now, I hope that's taken out of context so you can now scan 30 seconds in either direction. That is the definition of racism. We've gone past differences like they smell different. Listen, I think we'll all acknowledge that you have certain people from different people from different races smell different. Different people from different areas of the country smell different. Different people like different foods. I don't think that's racism to recognize differences.
Right.
I think racism is believing that one race of people is superior to another solely because of their race. And I think saying white people, all white people in general are dicks, pejorative, qualifies, you racist bitch.
Not in general. All white people are superior at being dicks.
And tipping.
I mean, look, that's a true statement.
Gaslighting.
Lack of empathy.
Intellectualizing oppression.
Did I say oppression?
They're just creatively thinking of new ways of always staying one step ahead of other people. We get rid of slave catchers, then let's just expand the police force. Like, that stuff to me is wild.
What exactly are white people?
Can we pause? You guys are pulling a prank on me. This is all one big glorified ad for Spirit Halloween costumes.
It's got to be.
Right?
Yeah, this is
Look, we got Predator. We got mid-century farmer.
In all sizes.
Look, we got take a guess.
I mean,
we got Girl from the Craft, but really.
Talking about, you mean the one from like American History X who's really gummy and shit?
Yeah, real gummy.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, well, look at this collar.
We paid that bitch scale.
This collar will fit a whale.
I was wondering if this was real.
This is absolutely real.
It's kind of
100% real.
Is it really?
Yeah, and they're all in Biden's cabinet.
We don't matter.
It's the guy
Believing
from
that
Get
they're
Out.
superior.
Feeling superior.
Thinking they're superior.
Thinking that
Like
they're superior.
calling,
Thinking that they are superior.
like if someone called all black people dicks.
Self-delusion.
Yeah.
Controlling the
Kinda
narrative.
like that.
Believing their own press.
Marketing of white superiority.
Whether you are Republican,
What? Oh
my
or
God.
Democrat, whether
Come on, that's a
conservative,
voice.
white
Chocolate
people are really
rain.
good at upholding white supremacy.
How about claiming that, they are actually a whole separate race, when actually white DNA comes from the black female?
Then what are we
exactly
arguing
are white
about?
Can we pause?
Okay.
Honey,
We know for a fact that this violates every social media
Yeah.
platform's stated guidelines.
Oh yeah, remember how we were
course.
looking? As you know, it's not that we have been archiving this. This is one to save.
Yeah, there's 1,000 of them.
Yeah, we have a lot of,
This
but I
is
don't
the
think
top-
anyone has been this
This
bad.
is
This
the
one's
top
egregious.
of the list.
I wonder how goated they are too by the white person with their guilt that put this video together and edited it.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like.
Did any of them feel oppressed that it was a white person that asked them to do this? That
I don't
it's
know.
a white person behind the camera, that it's a white person that owns this company.
I don't think we have the full video, but at the end of it, actually, you hear a kind of like talk soup. You hear a slow clap from the producer, and it's just David Duke.
What kind of lies? The lies of history. They say that history is written by
They know
the victor,
Biden.
but the victor could be replaced by the colonizer.
What are white people superior at?
Conquering.
Imperialism.
Expect your mouth to open up for me to cut a ball through.
Colonization. They
I
might be
thought it was
better
King
at that
Hippo.
than us and everybody else, really.
They ballsy, they rose up all over the world, and they walk into everybody's house and says, oh, this is nice, I'm gonna take your shit. And they
That's
have
you.
no qualms about it. They
Yeah,
can take
Hold on a
anything,
second. It's a bunch of white people who committed $2 billion in damage right now with these Black Lives Matter riots.
I mean, there were a lot of white Antifa people in it.
There were some white Antifa
true.
people,
Yeah.
but it was Black Lives Matter riots. So if you're going to blame us for all the evils of white people, does the label Black Lives Matter take responsibility for the crimes committed at the Black Lives Matter rallies, even though there were some white people there? I'm just saying.
I really see a powdered wig during a home invasion. I'd love to blame the settlers.
It's like all of their references for white people, like old Cagney films.
Well, they said.
Listen, see, I'm gonna take your stuff, Sonny. Don't call the coppers. See, they won't trust you because you're Negro, right?
Well, they said they got rid of slave catchers and brought in the police. I'm like, I don't know if we're thinking the same thing here.
Yeah, well, that's their argument: is that the police is the modern day slave force.
But where's the highest levels of police brutality? Where are the highest levels of black crimes and jailing for crimes and arrests? They're in Democratic-controlled cities that have, for a large part, been controlled by minorities, both as chief of police, mayors, city council.
Don't give me some have to fact check. You know that the average is skewed by Kamala Harris. She put in more black.
True.
Like,
That's true.
She's like Rudy Giuliani in reducing crime. She put in so many nonviolent black offenders behind bars that it skews the numbers.
But
it's
look,
not fair.
Hey, that was
It's like stealing people's lives just because they feel like it. If you are white and you know this is
You're
happening,
pretty white.
you say sir, then you're a killer too. You are adopting
like a photo
whole
negative of a
philosophy
microphone.
that says it's okay to do this, and part of that philosophy allows you to be ignorant, right? And they're like, oh, I didn't know.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Taking what's not there. Taking shit.
Taking our ideas.
Copycat.
Gentrification.
Hey, hold on a second. Pause it.
Gentrification.
Can someone bring up the armed robbery stats? Like, here's the thing.
for comparison.
Because I don't think I'm just saying, I don't think we're very, it's not one of our skill sets.
But look, the point isn't that there's a certain race that is actually predisposed by their genetics to do certain things. It's that bad people exist in all races, right? And that's the whole point.
And the problem is that, unfortunately, in the black community right now, they're encouraged by this kind of hateful rhetoric.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of hateful rhetoric. When you say white people are dicks, they still commit genocide and they want to enslave black people. That's how you justify violence against white people, just like that's how you justify violence against Trump supporters by calling them Nazis. This right here justifies black violence, black on white violence, which to me is a horrible thing. So is white on black violence. So is black on black violence. But this right here justifies it because you talk about white people on a level that is subhuman, and that is what leads to the verifiable crime statistics that refute your argument.
Things that do not belong to them.
Taking over other people's cultures and making you believe that they invented it.
Maybe they're thinking of it as repurposing. It's like recycle and repurpose.
As my grandma would say, them white folk, they'll take it if you don't copyright it.
They are very good at destruction
What a
of land,
commentary on
destruction of
patent
people,
laws.
destruction of humanness.
What exactly are white people superior at?
White people
Now
are not
she wears a mask?
superior with anything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing. Nothing.
I don't believe that they're superior in any way, shape, or form.
I love her.
Our skin color is different.
Well, I don't know. I would say, listen, I wouldn't, and I certainly wouldn't make that's enough.
No superiority there.
That's the generalization there. I certainly wouldn't make the argument that they're superior at editing or doing end cards because that sounded like a white person asking the questions. But I certainly wouldn't argue that white people are incompetent at everything, nor would I argue that with black people. I cannot believe that that is allowed to stay up and actually got some juice from big companies with the big tech overlords.
Watch Good Morning Mug Club live every Monday through Thursday at 10:15 Eastern.